Okay, so today we are looking at calculating the surface area of triangular prisms. Here we have a triangular prism. It's made up of two congruent triangles. So we have a triangle at the top, we have a triangle on the bottom, and we have three rectangles. One here, one rectangle there, and then one at the back there. All right, so we've got the base of this triangle here, and then this would be the height or the altitude of the triangle, because we need that to calculate the area of triangles. Recall the formula for area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is half base times height. All right, so we do need to know those two there to calculate the area of a triangle. And then for the three rectangles, it's just length times the width. Now, because this triangle has three different sides, they are labeled as X, Y, and then the B for the base. Okay, so let's take a look at our first example here. So we have this triangular prism. This side here is 3 meters, this is 9 meters. This side here is 10 meters and is also the base of the triangle. And this part here is showing the height of the triangle. Okay, it's making a perpendicular line here with the base, and we have the 90-degree angle there. That is showing the altitude or height of that triangle. All right, and then we would have the three rectangles. So if we go back to this image here, we're using like an X and the Y to represent those two other sides of the triangle. We will use that in our formula as well. All right, so the formula of the total surface area, there's two triangles, so 2 and then 0.5 AB representing altitude and base, and then there's two triangles. Then we are going to have three rectangles. The first rectangle will be base times height. The second rectangle will be X times H. And the third rectangle is Y times H. All right, so 10 is we're using for B, and X, we'll just call this one X3, and then this one we'll call the Y. 1 second. All right, so let's substitute everything we know so we can calculate total surface area. All right, so the altitude of this triangle is 2. The base of the triangle here, that is 10. All right, so next we have our first rectangle, base times height. So I'll just outline it here. It will be this one, which is going to be 10 times 12. Okay, and then the next rectangle here, which is XH, is going to be 3 times 12. I'll just highlight that in a different color, just so you can see that better. The next one is this one, which is 3 times 12, and then the last one, the last rectangle, is this one here, and that's going to be 9 times 12. All right, so that's what it looks like. Next, we're going to calculate all of the multiplication parts, and then we'll add last. So here, 2 times 0.5 times 2 times 10, that gives me 20. 10 times 12, that's 120. 3 times 12 is 36. And then 9 times 12 is 108. And then we can add those all up. and we get a total surface area of 284 meters squared. Alright, so lateral surface area, we were just calculating the lateral surface area. You would exclude the top and bottom. So we would exclude the two triangles. So it would just be BH plus XH plus the YH, which we've already calculated here. So it would just be the 120 plus the 36 plus the 108. And that would be equal to 264 meters squared. All right, so total surface area, 284 meters squared. Lateral surface area, 264 meters squared. So next is if the triangle is equilateral. Equilateral means all three sides of the triangle are the same. Then you would use this formula. So 2 0.5 AB, that's the same as before, but the next is just 3 base times height because all three rectangles will have the same dimensions. And if it was lateral surface area, it would just be 3BH. All right, so in this diagram, we can see the two equilateral triangles, and then we can see the three rectangles, 1, 2, and 3. They would be three congruent rectangles. Okay, so if we were looking at this example, a triangular prism has a height of 24 meters. The base is equilateral with each side measuring 9 meters. The altitude of each triangular base is 7 meters. Find the total surface area of this prism. All right, so the first thing we have to do is label all the dimensions of this triangle. So it has a height of 24 meters. The base is equilateral. Each side is measuring 9 meters. And then the altitude of each triangular base is 7 meters. So go like this to show it is 7 meters. 7 meters is the altitude of each triangular base. All right, so now we have to find the total surface area of this prism. So we can use the formulas that were shown here before on the previous slide. Total surface area is 2, 0.5 AB plus the 3BH. Okay, so the altitude of the triangle is 7. The base is 9. And then we have three rectangles measuring 9 times 24. All three of them. 9 times 24. 9 times 24. All right, so we'll put that into the calculator. 2 times 0.5 times 7 times 9, that gives me 63. And then 3 times 9 times 24, that is 648. All right, and then just add that up, and we get 711 meters squared. All right, so for this example, again, we're looking for total surface area. Okay, so the two triangles we'll do first. All right, the altitude of the triangle, that is 4. The base of the triangle is 9. All right, next is the first rectangle. This one here. Oops. 9 times 8. Okay, the second second rectangle, x times h. X we labeled as the 5 here. that would be this one here. And the last rectangle we see is here, shown as 7 times 8, green, this one here. Alright, so we've got all of that. Next we can go ahead and multiply everything out. So we're going to multiply that out. 2 times 0.5 times 4 times 9, that is 36. And then the 9 times 8, that's 72. 5 times 8, that's 40. And then the 7 times 8, which is 56. And next we can add that all up together, and we get 204 meters squared. Alright, so I'm going to pause here